1. Loss of vultures damaging for humans, ecosystem, study. GS Paper 3, Conservation. Why is it in news recently? Decline in vulture populations in some parts of the world, including India, may have serious consequences for ecosystems and humans alike, according to a new study. The study suggests poisoning is the greatest extinction risk facing the scavengers. Decline in vulture numbers may have serious repercussions for humans and ecosystems, it is said. Poisoning is the greatest extinction risk facing vultures, and impacts 88% of threatened vulture species, researchers from University of Utah in the US have said. How losses of vultures affects human beings. In many continents, vultures are the unfortunate victims of poisoned carcasses, which vultures feed on in groups. Losses of vultures can allow other scavengers to flourish. Proliferation of such scavengers could bring bacteria and viruses from carcasses into human cities, researchers said. What factors are driving vultures to extinct? Several inherent ecological traits that likely contribute to vultures' extinction risk are large body masses, slow reproductive rates, and highly specialized diets. Vultures becoming prey to diclofenac. Diclofenac, a veterinary anti-inflammatory drug that relieved pain in cattle, but proved highly toxic to vultures, researchers said. Hundreds of vultures would flock to each cattle carcass. And if the cattle had recently been treated with diclofenac, hundreds of vultures would die. Because of this highly gregarious feeding behavior, less than 1% of cattle carcasses contaminated with diclofenac could account for the steep vulture decline. 2. Wheat blast at India's doorsteps. Government says no need to panic. GS Paper 3, Major crops cropping patterns in various parts of the country. Why is it in news recently? India's wheat crop faces potential danger from wheat blast disease lurking across its eastern border in Bangladesh, where it has led to the burning down of standing crop in 15,000 hectares. Wheat blast is an agricultural disease that can cause more than 75% yield loss in affected fields, rendering the region non-cultivable for years. What are the steps taken by government to contain the disease? The government has taken the development seriously and might consider directing eastern states of West Bengal and Assam to stop farmers from cultivating wheat in border areas, if Bangladesh fails to contain the disease. The government might even ban import of wheat from Bangladesh. India is also in the process of dispatching 35 wheat blast-resistant varieties to Brazil and other South American countries, where the disease is believed to have originated. According to experts in the Indian Council of Agriculture Research, ICAR, the majority of wheat grown in India is resistant to blast infection. What is wheat blast? It is caused by the Magnapoda or easy fungus, the one which causes rice blast. The fungus is known to occur in 85 countries worldwide. Wheat blast was first identified in 1985 in Brazil and has thereafter spread to Bolivia and Paraguay. It has become a dreaded agricultural disease for South America. It can cause more than 75% yield loss in affected fields, rendering the region non-cultivable for wheat. In 2011, wheat blast was detected in the US, but the situation was controlled immediately. Bangladesh first detected the disease some months earlier and notified it in the first week of April.